sure he's sprinting to make it look like he's going to take
from those duos, and both teams off to 3 this historic 40-20 game on Tuesday night. As the Lakers starting lineup, still no Rajon Rondo, dealing with a calf strain. James on the lob, and Davis.
Not shockingly, it comes from LeBron James on the opening play of the possession. 3 of the game, and LeBron with a target like that.
That's a pretty good combo, too. Just under 9 rebounds, 6 assists to begin the year, and a nifty move there.
Lightly stated. I would like to redistribute my weight.
On Tuesday night in Denver, Porzingis. Oh, that was a.
The ball just happens to be 7'3", going against 6'10". He's concerned and
picking up steam. Decides to float it. Couldn't finish. Powell
pulling the trigger.
7 points thus far for Powell as Davis squeezed.
Pulling the trigger.
7 points thus far for Powell as Davis squeezed. Doncic didn't quite have his footing. Does have Porzingis for 2.
Got to have some release points. And so Kristaps cuts behind Anthony. Had to do an awful lot on the offensive end. And with Avery Bradley.
Stolen by Curry, Doncic, and Porzingis. And it's Doncic who lays 18-point Mavericks lead. Luka the step back. He canned it.
A little pick and roll defense. There is the contact by Danny Green on
5 in this Laker lineup. Finney-Smith lays it in.
It's just a hard ball cut. And that left elbow catches LeBron. They got 61 points from the reserves. Nice pass, nice cut.
Luke's fading away. No. Davis on the offensive glass lays it in. Luke's fading away. No. Davis on the offensive glass lays it in. Little burst from Los Angeles. They're athletic on the glass. Doncic massaging his way in, and that's going to.
The offhand cannot be used, and so that last little elbow push.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Split jury.
Yeah.
James glides in. Nice cut from Kuzma, who lays it in. Be able to guard him without fouling. As Caruso confidently.
Kuzma, I may not say it's the prettiest jumper, but boy, when it just hits net.
It made it a 4-point game.
Alex Caruso.
All foul on Marjanovic. James along 2 is good.
But your defense buoyed you.
DeLon Wright can't spin it in. And Kuzma, pull-up jumper is smooth. Wright being chased by Daniels. DeLon Wright, beautifully done. 7'4", 290 can do a lot. So can that body.
They just discarded him.
I don't think James was too worried.
No.
Brunson fakes, kicks, Kleba hits. Brunson, nice look to right for the legs.
But almost a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
James on the attack, had the angle and able to
level up with him, and you've got 1 foot high. He's going to attack you. And it
Finney-Smith jumped the roof, has a lane, and the rim. $12 million deal in the offseason for Finney-Smith as Green. Hardaway Jr. connects.
DeLon Wright. Tell you what, not a prototypical point guard, but that is rambling around the perimeter, and they generate their own shots. So Lucas
Brunson is on Minnesota's staff as an assistant the last few years, and now back in as well. Anthony Davis is certainly back on the floor. Back in as well. Anthony Davis is certainly back on the floor.
That pass to Anthony Davis.
Oh my gosh. Doncic floats it in.
That pass to Anthony Davis.
Oh my gosh. Doncic floats it in. 20 in the fewest minutes ever. Marjanovic, yeah, that's child's play. Davis facing up, barreling in, and throw. Davis facing up, barreling in, and throw. Doncic on the breakdown. DeLon Wright slithers his way in. Marjanovic thought about it. Porzingis will pull and hit.
What are your matchups? Everybody's standing around in the paint. You had 3 Lakers.
Now backing it out, trying to muscle in against Bradley. Forced it up and a Now backing it out, trying to muscle in against Bradley, forced it up, and effect says thus far, saying LeBron James having that middle linebacker as a vocal communicator to begin this season. 21st in rating. Oh, what a feed from LeBron.
Coming up the floor, a little pick and roll. Bradley similar to the death lineup that Golden State employed.
Porzingis bang him on Green at the 5. James, too easy. Doncic, you bet. Oh, and bury a 3 on him. What a moment for Luka Doncic, who is. James fires it down, and Caldwell Pope for the break. Doncic on the drive, and that's going the other way.
Number of guys LeBron has been forced to check in this first half. Second time he's rotated large, and rightfully so. People have talked about him conserving.
$2 million deal to rejoin Dallas this offseason. He got lost behind a screen.
He checked Jalen Brunson.
James cans the 3.
Gonna make sure he's sprinting to make it look like he's gonna take the shot.
Carlisle doesn't let it percolate. He's taking that timeout right away. McGee powers it down. A chance to tie or take the lead here. Bradley ties it. Curry catch fire and hit. 44 as James answers.
This is just, you might as well be in the practice gym, right? Doncic gives a little bit of a cushion.
James flings it. Bradley finishes.
Trying to make a layup. Good luck.
Lob to the rim. Porzingis.
JaVale McGee has his head turned, a little eye contact between. Great pass.
Plenty of Lakers fans in the building as Doncic answers. James, no look on the money.
Just watch the passing. I mean, Doncic has got his head away from LeBron. Is not facing the basketball as he hit him.
Oh, and Doncic. 10 assists and 5 boards. James, he got it. 23 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds as Doncic makes.
James had it by a wide margin, but the hard dribble is what makes.
Size, strength, IQ, and that bucket.
So on the catch, he lifts with a little up fake, gets him crossed over. Once you, with my incredible athleticism.
21 for Luka as
it had a chance to be down the wire and special.
Feels that way as Cleva buried record for most before a player's 21st birthday, and now
rebounds off the bench. What they did in the win in their last game out.
Nice job.
So if it's not flowing, get to the post.
Oh, what touch! And what a.
So if it's not flowing, get to the post.
Oh, what touch! And what a. Davis gets into the lane and finishes. Doncic, no look. Hardaway Jr. Why not? James running the break, the pirouette and the finish.
Outstanding.
James running the break, the pirouette and the finish.
Outstanding.
Version of LeBron will it be this year? He looks just fine. As
that is worn completely on Steve Kerr's face.
Oh, James got it out to Caldwell Pope. Caruso
is more athletic than you think, and he worked hard on his body. He goes to the rim.
The violation, and they may have had a case. Kuzma's runner is good, and James' jumper is good. Doncic lobs it, and Cleva.
Doncic is going to hurt you, so Dwight's just trying to corral him.
James motoring, missed it. Davis didn't. Green, a 3 to tie. He got it.
Is the floor, sees Dwight behind him, sees one of his best shooters just.
92 all. On Powell. Anthony Davis. Oh, that was too easy. Controls it. James all the way in for the slam.
Ball comes loose. Yes, he's in a great position, but end to end, this is. Come on now. It's the defensive end. I've been hammering it. Yes.
Davis to the hook. He gets the roll. Doncic lobs it and Powell finishes. Davis Facing up, step back jumper is good.
Particular instance, he uses his face-up game because Powell does a good job cutting him off.
The drive, kick, three, got it.
How about that little hesitation to get Anthony Davis stood up? So his
Rim kicks to the corner, Green a three to tie, he got it.
Reverse the slide, but watch what happens. You leave Danny Green.
Over there. Here is James threading the needle to Dave. Now 6 of 15. James finishes and the fetch.
I mean, they went right at it. I think they know Luka's hurting a little bit. So this is something you will see. Teams will attack Luka.
Isolating against Luka. Kleba came with the dig. That's going to be an op.
Well, does he use that right arm? Okay. Oh, so am I crazy?
Doncic. He got it. Doncic. He got it. Davis going to work, spinning and finishing. James isolating against Doncic. A bomb. You bet.
Switch on to Luka. He's looked so confident and comfortable with
it up. And Porzingis throw it up. And Porzingis throw 11. James splits the D. Look out!
About it. Pick and roll. Anticipates.
James will shoot two. He tried to hammer. Doncic cruises in.